All right, welcome everybody to Lightworker Radio. We are here today with Brandi Wolf from Golden Alchemy Meditation. I am Nikki McGregor, the founder of Gathering of Lightworkers, and we've come here today to share a little bit more about what Brandi does and has to offer, but also touch a little bit on our Learn and Experience class that's coming up on November 8th. So it's coming up very shortly. But I'm really excited. Gathering of Lightworkers has been a space that's been created by healers for healers. So it's an expanding, thriving network that are healers in holistic medicine and wellness. But we're also in a space where we're a community. So we're a community to raise the frequency of joy and gratitude. And so I am very honored to be part of this. And I am so grateful to have Brandi Wolf part of our community as well. So Brandi joined as a professional member a few months ago, and just really excited to have you part of our group and be able to share about the learn and experience that you're doing in a few weeks. But I'm going to go ahead, and if you want to just tell us more about you and introduce yourself and about what you do for your meditation with the Golden Alchemy.
I am a certified meditation teacher. It's actually called the Certified Master of Wisdom and Meditation Teacher, which I became certified in 2021 through the David G. Meditation Academy. And then earlier in 2023, I took the advanced training as well, and I graduated from that in May. And so I teach people lots to do. Meditation is a very vast expansive field. There's a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom and a lot of philosophy. So, there's just always so much to learn. So I teach people like the fundamentals of why we do it, the science behind it. It's not just something that feels good. Like, yeah, sure it does. It feels good in the moment, but there's a lot of other things that happen with meditation that are pretty cool. There's been thousands of studies done on meditation and breath work now. So there's science to back up what people have been feeling and experiencing for thousands of years while meditating. So
I love that. I love where we're bridging the gap between Western and Eastern medicine, and we're blending that all together. So we have the science and the statistics to back up this work that's ancient medicine, really.
It is. Yeah. So I like it. I've been a meditator for many years. I started when I was young, but I was inconsistent. So I was a crisis meditator for the most part, but crisis hit and I had to learn how to get over that and heal. And meditation is what helped me get over that hump. It helped me overcome the pain in my heart and, peel back all those layers that we've been conditioned to have and change my perspective and learn that there's, not much I can control in life except for me, myself, and I.
Yeah, exactly.
How I show up, and that takes a whole different perspective when you just let go. You let go of all of that, your life changes.
Yeah, and I remember in the first time we sat down over at the village, and you shared, what really inspired you to start this. Like many of us, we all have different day jobs, and then we have these passions that we do that become something that we can serve people. But yeah, you were sharing about your inspiration in starting Golden Alchemy.
No, it was after I took my class. I didn't take it to become a teacher. I did not go, oh, I'm going to do this and be a teacher. I took it for me, because for me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to so deep in my practice. This is going to be so lovely, and I'll just go so deep. And that's really why I took the class, and it was a significant class. It wasn't just like a weekend thing. It was 6 or 7 months of every week with lots of studying and homework.
Oh, yeah.
So it was significant. And, but when we got done, our teacher said, all right, well, I know a lot of you did this because you just wanted to go deeper, but you're a teacher now. And you
Congratulations.
and I was like, oh, okay. And so it still took me about 10 months to really grasp that. And every morning when I sat down to meditate, my guides, my angels, whoever it was telling me every single morning, you need to be a teacher. I would hear it loud and clear in my head, you need to be a teacher. And I was just fighting it because I do have another career and another business that I own. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? How is this going to happen that I'm going to make room for this? But, my husband and I talked about it. And finally, a year ago this month, I finally said, okay, I'll be a teacher. And it stopped. I never heard it again. It just stopped. And I started making the steps that I needed to make for myself to make room for it. I've got a pretty full plate. So, just making room for this and letting go of other things that I was not as passionate about. And, all I did was start sharing with people, really. And within the first few people that I shared with, I actually ended up becoming a meditation teacher at Eagle Creek Ranch Recovery. It's an addiction facility for men struggling with drug and alcohol abuse. And I go there every Monday and, do a class. And I get to be part of their recovery, which is amazing, just a gift, to just be a part of this journey of healing that they are all. They all come from different walks of life and everything. So, it just started. It just kind of like one thing led to another and then another and another. And so, when the universe tells you to do something and you answer the call, things start happening.
It is. And I think, and you're probably noticing that just even in the gathering of Lightworkers and other communities, we've all had this nudge, and suddenly the nudge became like a kick, right? Like it's time to do something. And it's that divinely driven, and it feels so right. And when we come, we're all gathered together and get to share our inspiration stories of why we're doing what we do. It's almost like the light bulb keeps going off for more people. Like, well, I want to do this, and it gives more people inspiration. And so it's just this huge ripple effect that's happening in our communities, which is really cool.
It is cool. It is. It's very cool. So, yeah.
Well, the class that's coming up, I love the title. For me, I don't know if I shared this, but my father had early onset Alzheimer's. So when you chose that title, that hit my heart, that hit home. And I know that my situation with my father that passed isn't unique. And so, I'm really excited to learn more about the class. But do you want to just kind of give us a little teaser, share the title and share a little bit of what we're going to be experiencing and learning about?
Oh my gosh. Now I'm having a blank, the title, because I can't remember what you titled it.
So, okay. Let's see here. Senior moments. Oh, we just had a senior moment.
Yeah, right. I'm having a senior moment right now.
Senior moments. How do we reduce the
reducing the senior moments? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, it's, like I said, science has now backed up so many different practices, and there's a lot of different styles of meditation. People through marketing and just through movies and all that kind of stuff seem to think yoga and meditation in general is this really strict practice of sitting on a rock looking over a lake, with the super straight back. And I hear people say to me all the time, I can't sit like that though. And that's okay. That's fine. You don't have to sit like that. If you want to, go ahead, but you don't have to. And so there's all these little avenues that you can take through different kinds of meditation styles. A Buddhist monk would probably tell you something different, but there's a type of meditation called Kirtan Kriya Yoga, and it's one of the more studied forms of meditation. Yoga basically just means to connect, and you're either connecting with your body or your soul. You're connecting. It's just another form of meditation. And so that's what we're going to be exploring, is this Kirtan Kriya Yoga, because it has so many benefits, including increased cognitive function, it will increase in just 30 days, bringing more blood flow to your brain just by simply practicing it every day.
And that's key.
Loss associated with Alzheimer's and dementia. And it's also been shown to prevent somebody from progressing further or reverse, like just prevent it or reverse it. It's quite amazing, and it's a tool that we can all use. We don't really know if we're going to end up with dementia or Alzheimer's or not. If it runs in your family, but I know people that it doesn't run in their family and they've gotten it. So, it's just a nice practice to be able to reduce your stress, reduce your heart rate, like all of these kinds of things that meditation does. But then it has another function of helping us age with more grace, So.
Yeah, I love how you say that too, aging with grace. It's not it's inevitable, and we can have that grace as we age and have a better quality of life as we age. And, in particular, there's so much with inflammation and even lack of movement. There's a great book out called Being Mortal, and how we put our elderly in retirement in a bubble and they sit in a lazy boy and watch TV. And there's lack of movement, lack of social engagement, lack of sense of responsibility. And so I love how this is another tool that could be used to increase. And I love that improve and get the blood flow to the brain. That's crucial.
It is. It is. I grabbed my dog here.
Got puppies.
My new rescue.
Oh, I love it. I put my German short hairs are outside the door. They're a little bigger and clunkier. Yeah, it is amazing. It's amazing what we have, these simple tools and this wisdom. And I love that you're sharing this piece of wisdom with us. The class is coming up on Wednesday, November 8th. This is at 6 to 8 p.m. So anybody that's working during the day, it'll be convenient. So you can go to that. Go to www.gatheringoflightworkers.com. That's where you can see our events tab and all our events. We have all different types of events that are coming up. And you can also learn more about Brandi Wolf on there and connect with her website. But before we come off, I always ask this question: what brings you joy?
Oh, it brings me joy. Well, that's a loaded question. I think that there's a lot of things that bring me joy, like serving a good meal to my family and friends brings me joy. It's really the simple things in life. Hanging out with my puppies, being able to give this little girl a home, just brings me joy. And being able to help others, whether it's me helping them or I'm just a resource to help them get to where they need. I don't have to help everybody, but if I can help them in one way or the other of directing them too, that gives me joy to make a connection. So, there's probably even more. I think that there's a lot of simple things that can really, really bring a lot of joy.
Yeah, the simple things. And I love, you're so genuine, so authentic. And from the moment I met you, it's just very warm and easy to connect with you. And so I know that anybody that does work with you is going to have that similar connection and interaction. And so I so appreciate you and thank you so much. We are so grateful to have you part of our community. And I'm so grateful that you're took the nudge a year ago and to do this work, because this is needed. So many people are seeking the tools and the wisdom. So thank you for taking the leap of faith and doing what you're doing. So very much appreciated. Any last final thoughts before we go?
Just thank you for having me and doing everything you do. You built quite the community in a short period of time too. And it's grown very quickly. So for all of us in this community that we're in, we've been the quiet seekers our whole life, trying to just mind our P's and Q's, not to ruffle the waves too much, but now people are noticing and wondering, hey, what's that over there? I'm curious. And so you have developed a platform for light workers to be able to come together and share their wisdom, share their knowledge so other people can find it and access it more easily. So, kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you. We
Yeah.
are just getting started.
Right, that's right.
The vision is bigger, but no, I appreciate that. And thank you
Yeah.
very much. All right, everybody, all the light workers out there, thank you for joining Lightworker Radio. We are excited to have you, and thank you for taking the time to watch this. And make sure to go to the website, get signed up for Brandi's class coming up on November 8th, 6 p.m. All right, we'll see you there. Much love.